Hey, check out our sponsor, MMAHQ.com.
All right. Okay, we are here at the Ring of Combat here in Atlantic City, New Jersey, here with the UFC lightweight champion, Frankie Edgar. How you doing, Frankie?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Real good. You know, excited to be here with you tonight. You're cornering somebody. Who are you cornering?
I'm cornering two guys, Chris Ligori and Tom DeBlass.
All right, Chris Ligori, former UFC fighter. 50 fighters, I think, or more from the Ring of Combat have gone on to the UFC. You are a local product here in New Jersey, so a lot of Jersey talent around.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think Jersey's a pretty strong state as far as MMA goes, and a lot of guys come through the UFC already, and I'm expecting a lot more too.
Right, and one other guy who is really itching for a title shot, and a lot of people think he deserved it, Jim Miller. Now, you had one match with him, you beat him. How would you feel about fighting Jim?
Our fight was a long time ago. That was, early in our career. I, had 5 fights. He had 5 fights, something like that. Yeah, he's on a tear. He's 6 or 7 fights in a row. If anybody deserves it, it's him for sure.
So how would you expect that fight to go? Jim, I know his stand-up is good. He's like a well-rounded fighter just like you.
Yeah, I'm fighting Gray Maynard May 28th, so that's what I'm worrying about. Jim, is a super tough guy. Just to think about it would be, on the whim, it'd be tough to, just come up with how the fight would go. So, if we ever cross that bridge, I'll have to worry about it then. Yeah,
and you do have a big fight with Gray coming up. This is the rubber match. And you guys, that second fight was brutal. First round, a lot of people thought it should be stopped. What were you thinking during that first round?
Yeah, obviously I bounced back, so the referee made the right decision, so it shouldn't have been stopped. But, he caught me with a big shot and was able to capitalize on it for that first round. But, I was proud of my performance, how I bounced back and made it a fight.
And, what was going through your mind there after, you got hit with that shot? Your survival instincts was great in there. Were you, with it, or were you, in just an instinct mode?
Yeah, pretty much first round I was in instinct mode, I got to thank my team and my cornermen because they got me to that round. They got me to that fight, really. And if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't have won or wouldn't have at least got out of it.
Well, I think that was one of the biggest comebacks in UFC history, to return and actually win the next round. It's pretty amazing that you came back from that. What are you expecting in the third match?
Yeah, I'm expecting a good one. Make sure you tune in May 28th because you're going to get your money worth for sure.
All right. And so I guess, your stand-up is looking real good, working a lot on your stand-up. Mark Henry is your boxing coach?
Yeah, Mark Henry, I've been with him since day one pretty much, and, ever improving, man, and that's the goal. So, working on that. I'm also, we've got Ricardo Almeida as my jiu-jitsu coach and MMA coach as well. So. And
now Strikeforce became part of the UFC. Well, before we even get to Strikeforce, the WEC became part, and now that was for the lighter divisions. A lot of good talent at 155 coming in.
Yeah, absolutely, man. The opportunities out there are great, for matchups or, in the 55, 45, all divisions. MMA has a bright future, and I'm excited to be part of it.
And now Strikeforce, part of the UFC family. What do you think about that?
Again, same thing as WC coming over. Great opportunities, great possible fights. It's an exciting time for MMA right now.
There's a lot of people who talk about, people who had trained together, they don't like to fight. What's your take on the Jones-Rashad thing, where these guys, at first didn't want to fight, but, they're in the same division and it's a title?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not really in their shoes. I don't really know the whole background story with them. So I know with me, it's the UFC tells me who I fight, and that's how it goes.
So there's nobody you would say, hey, I'm not fighting this guy?
I'm in a good position where there's really no one I train with that I think I'd have to fight. So, I'm glad that, I wouldn't have to, cross that bridge.
All right, GSP's fighting Jake Shields here, coming up. What's your take on that fight?
Yeah, again, I think George's best bet would be to keep it standing. Jake's best bet would, to be get on top. He's got some of the best jiu-jitsu and MMA. And, George is one of the best athletes, one of the best martial arts we have out there. So, it's an exciting fight. I'm not a big prediction guy, but that's one I'll be tuning in for sure.
All right, and another fight is Lyoto Machida against Randy Couture. Randy's the old man. What do you think?
Yeah, Randy is, the grandfather of MMA, I guess you could say. And, he's got to make sure, he's got to push his game, and that's, putting Machida against the fence, looking for takedowns, end up on top. Machida's got to be elusive like he is, and and try to hit him with those unexpected strikes.
You know, a lot of people said that you could fight at 145. How much weight do you cut, if any, for your fights?
Yeah, I don't cut much weight, man. I weigh about 160, so I probably can make 45. But right now I got the 55-pound belt, and I plan on keeping it.
Absolutely. And with the WEC, you got a lot of guys coming in. So after Gray Maynard, assuming that you win, any talk of who you might be fighting?
Yeah, nothing right now, and sole focus is on Gray for sure.
All right, Frankie Edgar, thank you very much.
No problem, my pleasure. All right, you got it.
Hey, check out our sponsor, MMAHQ.com. Daily deals, awesome products, but move fast. These deals are here today, gone tomorrow. Here's what you missed so far. Check them out, see what's on sale today.